So I was curious to see how much overlap there's been in recent YC companies, particularly in AI. And to figure that out, I scraped all the YC companies ever, took embeddings on the descriptions of those companies, and visualized them in this. So shout out to Nomic. This is Nomic Atlas for visualizing unstructured data. They also do local LLMs and very good embeddings models. So the closer that two dots are, the more related those companies are. And you can see by the density of the clusters which areas have been historically hyped. So there's a pretty tight cluster here around retail and restaurants. So if we hover over the dots we see on the left, this is outsourced high volume food delivery, online marketplace for dinner shipped from restaurants, order ahead for pickup. So yeah, this is all the restaurant delivery companies, restaurant tech. Obviously, DoorDash went pretty well for YC, so it would make sense why they like the sector. Another interesting cluster is down here in aviation. So this is cool because the center here, these are all electric passenger vehicle startups. But if you move out, spatially a little bit, you get, so here's Boom, so that's supersonic passenger. Move out some more, you get supersonic UAVs, satellite launch, and you actually see this bimodal clustering here, where this distribution is, so this is building humanity's multiplanetary future, data centers in space. So this cluster is all the space tech, and this cluster is all in atmosphere. But we came here to figure out what's going on in AI. So let's filter down to just the post-ChatGPT companies. So we'll narrow this down by batch. And this data set's public, by the way. I'm going to link it in the video description, and you can play with it, see what you can find out. So, okay, this is the last year and a half of YC companies, and you can see that there's a hollowing out in the old areas like education tech. It's pretty quiet. Fintech like capital, financial solutions, not nearly as noisy. And there's new clusters in cellular engineering. Healthcare is always popular. 3D simulations, and of course, this is the LM cluster. Now this is interesting because although there's locally a couple of dyads, some pretty closely related companies, there's actually a pretty good spread over this sector. So if we look at these companies, we have registry for foundation weights, we have AI infrastructure, this is customer service agents, accelerated physics simulations, this is AI for night vision devices. So actually a pretty wide diversity across AI companies. And we can also do a vector search on this database. So query the batches, and so my company OpenAds is advertising tech. So let's see all the advertising companies to go through YC ever. So, all right, we found the needles in the haystack, and we can see like this is open source mobile marketing platform. This is AdGrok. That was Twitter's ad solution in 2011. This is AI generated for ad creatives. So this is a great feature if you're doing competitive research, or maybe you're in YC and you want to figure out which other founders to talk to. This is interesting for discovery that way. So you could use this for group leaders, assign them by Voronoi clusters. But if you're a founder or an investor, it would be really cool to see how these companies have actually done. So we've switched the color to status. So blue's active, orange is acquired, teal is IPO, and red is dead. So let's filter to just the startups that have reached the end of their journey. So we've got acquired, public, and active. And this is actually like the statistics meme of the fighter plane with all the holes in the unnecessary areas. So let's take a look at some red clusters. So let's go back towards retail here and figure out what happened. So this is some kind of fashion, apparel, effortless joy to getting dressed, online music store, beauty concierge, make money off your clothes, online social shopping site. So, okay, this bloodbath here is direct-to-consumer social fashion. So this is okay if you're YC. Like all you need is, for social, one IPO is going to cover this entire cluster. But if you're a founder starting off and you want to build something in D2C social fashion, it would be good to take a look at this data set and see all the companies and the skeletons that have come before. But let's find a happier area. So Looks like everyone in streaming got acquired. Over here in databases, so this is Pipeline DB, PeerDB, RethinkDB. Basically, if you have DB in your name, you can't die. You're going to get acquired. So pretty interesting data set. This is available for everyone to play with. Next steps that would be interesting would be a statistical analysis of how the kernel density functions varied across batches. See how similar or more differentiated different batches have been, or just play with the filters and you can eyeball it.